You might remember last week we told you about an incident at a Fayette County high school football game. A player suffered a knee injury and that game was delayed, waiting for an ambulance to arrive. We have since learned that Lexington Christian Academy doesn't have ambulances at their games either. Now, as WKYT Samantha Valentino shows us, one football coach has taken matters into his own hands.
We're trying to set a precedent that, hey, we care about our kids.
Brett Setzer is a football coach at Lexington Christian Academy. He says the past couple seasons, the team has had some pretty bad injuries. Because there are no ambulances at their games, they've had to call 911 and wait for someone to arrive.
It has to be perfect in order to get somebody off-site in here rather than having them here and getting to it immediately.
Setzer says the school has tried to get ambulances at games in the past, but things haven't worked out. After speaking with the team's head coach, Setzer says he decided to pay to have an ambulance at their game on Thursday night.
We're just here to fill a void.
Matthew Ward is the director of EMS for Alpha Event Medicine, the company Setzer arranged to have at LCA's game.
We can do that initial assessment, get the vital signs, go ahead and start an IV if needed, give some simple pain management, get them out of the view and into a controlled atmosphere that's a little more private.
Setzer says when they travel for away games, other teams have ambulances.
When you see those there, you're like, hey, you know, we're good. You know, we've got the right people, the right tools in place to take care of these kids.
He wants LCA's players and visiting teams to feel that same sense of protection in Lexington.
It's, you know, something that that I think we'll get in the budget next year. I know the school, and they'll make it happen.
In the meantime, though, Setzer says he's arranged to have an ambulance at the rest of LCA's home games this season. In Lexington, Samantha Valentino, WKYT.
So very important. We have reached out to LCA to ask about their policy regarding ambulances, but we have not yet heard back.